In the restless heart of Dhaka city stood an old two-story house. Its paint faded, the balcony cracked, and silence echoing through every corner. Inside lived Tarasundori, a woman whose calm eyes hid oceans of pain. At 30, she looked serene but carried the scars of 1,000 heartbreaks. Once upon a time she was bright and full of life, a girl who sang, laughed, and dreamed of love like the rest of the world. That was before Kobir entered her life. 1. The season of love. They met at a university cultural event. Tarasundori was on stage, singing "Don't Love Me, I Am Poison." Her voice trembled like rain on glass. Haunting, beautiful, unforgettable. Among the crowd stood Kobir, a quiet computer science student and part-time web developer. He couldn't look away. 4 days, her voice echoed in his mind until, by sheer coincidence, he met her again at the campus cafe. "You sang beautifully," he said nervously. Tarasundori smiled faintly. "Thank you, but I don't love that song. I just sing it." That simple exchange started something neither could stop. From late-night chats to long campus walks, from stolen glances in the library to shared dreams over coffee, their friendship blossomed into love. Kobir once told her, "You don't understand. I don't just love you, I find myself in you." Tarasundori laughed softly. "Then never lose yourself." They made plans to work together, live together, build a small life filled with love and light. But life, as always, had its own script written in invisible ink. The world's shadow. Tarasundori lost her mother when she was little. Her father, a strict and practical man, raised her alone. When she told him about Kobir, his face turned cold. "Love doesn't feed you, my child," he said. "That boy has no future yet. You need stability, not poetry." Tarasundori tried to explain. "He's honest, hardworking, and kind." Her father only replied, "Honesty doesn't survive in this world. Don't be foolish." But the heart rarely listens to reason. She loved Kobir with the purity of someone who had never learned to doubt. She believed love could survive anything, even the world's judgment. But she didn't know that sometimes the pain doesn't come from outside. It comes from within the person you trust most. Fire 3. Fire of misunderstanding. A new woman joined Kobir's office. Nandita, confident, talented, and full of charm. Tarasundori felt a flicker of jealousy, but Kobir assured her, "She's just a colleague. You're my only one." Time passed. Then came whispers, pictures, late-night messages. One evening, Tarasundori scrolled through social media and froze. A picture of Kobir and Nandita with the caption, "Late-night project vibes, laptop computer hot beverage." Her heart went cold. She told herself it was harmless, a misunderstanding. But soon Kobir began to change. He stopped replying quickly, skipped calls, avoided her eyes. Until one evening he said quietly, "I think we need some space. I'm too busy right now." That single line shattered years of love. Cloud with Rain 4. The lonely city. Days turned into nights, and Tarasundori disappeared from her world. She stopped going to work, stopped answering calls. Her friends worried, but she simply stared at the rain through her window, whispering his name under her breath. One night she messaged him, "Are you okay?" The reply came cold and final. "Please don't make this harder. Move on." That was the night her world stopped moving. But life, in its cruel mercy, doesn't allow endless mourning. Eventually she forced herself to stand again, to breathe again. She joined an NGO working for abused and abandoned women. The girl who was once broken began helping others piece together their shattered lives. She smiled again, not out of joy but out of understanding. Full Moon 5. The reunion. 2 years later, at a social conference, fate played its cruel game again. She saw him, Kobir. His eyes carried guilt. His smile had faded. He walked up to her slowly. "You've changed," he said softly. She replied, "No, I just learned how to live with broken things." Kobir's eyes glistened. "I made a mistake. Nandita left long ago. I shouldn't have lost you. Tarasundori looked at him, calm and distant. We all lose something, Kobir. I lost you, and in return I found myself. He wanted to say more, but her eyes silenced him. They spoke everything without words, the love, the regret, the distance. New Moon 6. The final letter. Weeks passed. Then one morning Kobir's phone vibrated. It was a message from Tarasundori, short and haunting. Take care of yourself. That evening the news came. A motorbike accident on the Dhaka highway. Tarasundori was gone. Kobir rushed to the hospital morgue. Her face looked peaceful, as if she had finally found the silence she had been seeking. Beside her lay a small white envelope. His name was written on it. Inside was a letter. I have forgiven you, Kobir. But I couldn't forgive myself. I realized love isn't about holding someone close. It's about letting them find their own truth. I'm going where no one loses anyone anymore. Tears blurred the ink. But those words burned forever in his soul. Milky Way 7. Epilogue. Years passed. Kobir still kept that letter on his desk. Before starting his coding each morning, he looked at it and smiled faintly. No tears now, just quiet acceptance. Sometimes on rainy nights, he'd swear he could hear her humming a familiar tune. Don't love me. I am poison. And somewhere in the city, the wind still whispered through an old window. Where once lived a woman who loved too deeply. Tarasundori.